Mathematics 1A, third unit matrices. The weightage of this unit is 22 marks. So in this unit, two very short questions, one short question and two long questions, total 22 marks. So this is the unit which containing more weightage than any other unit in the paper 1A. So this is very important unit, and of course matrices is a new unit. What is a matrix? So first, coming to the definition of matrix, an ordered rectangular array. An ordered rectangular array is called a matrix. So arranging the elements into rows and columns in a systematic order is called a matrix. So I am taking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is a matrix. I am arranging the elements into rows and columns. So what is a row? So the horizontal lines. So 1, 2, 3. This is one row. 4, 5, 6. This is another row. So this is row 1. This is row 2. So 1, 4 column 1, 2, 5 column 2, 3, 6 column 3. So these are rows, these are columns. In the first row, how many elements? 3 elements. Second row, 3 elements. First column, 2 elements. Second column, 2 elements. Third column, 2 elements. So we can arrange these elements in a systematic order. So it is called a matrix. So matrix is nothing but an ordered rectangular array is called a matrix. Another way, arranging the elements in a systematic order into rows and columns is called a matrix. So now I am arranging the elements A11, A12, A13 up to so on A1n. Next A21, A22, A23 up to so on A2n, A31, A32, A33 up to so on A3n. Like this, AM1, AM2, AM3 up to so on AMN. So this is the matrix. So if we are observing the rows, first row the elements are A11, A12, A13 up to so on A1n, A21, A22, A23 up to so on A2n, A31, A32 third row, so A3n. So this is the nth row. So this is the first row R1, row 1. This is the second row containing A21, A22 like this A2n. So this is third row, and how many rows? Total number of rows equal to m rows. Next, so column, this is the column vertical. If we are taking the vertical elements like this, these are the columns, horizontal elements containing row. So this is column 1, this is column 2, this is column 3 up to so on column n. So nth column. So this matrix containing m rows as well as n columns. Okay, next. So representing all the elements with I want to represent with a single element that is Aij. So Aij which representing all the elements of this matrix. So Aij, I which representing the row of an element, J which representing the element which is appearing in the column. So I representing row and J representing column. So first, order of a matrix. Order of a matrix is nothing but order of a matrix. It is the number of rows of a matrix by number of columns is called order of a matrix. So if we are taking this matrix 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, this is the matrix. In this, how many rows? 1, 2 rows. How many columns? 1 column, second, third column. So 2 rows, 3 columns, 2 by 3. So 2 cross 3, even though we read it as 2 by 3. 2 by 3 is the order of this matrix. So order of a matrix is defined as number of rows by number of columns of a matrix is called order of a matrix. Next, So if we take this matrix, how many rows? 1, 2, 3 up to m rows. How many columns? 1, 2, 3 up to n columns. Total number of rows m, total number of columns n. So the number of rows by number of columns m by n is called order of this matrix. So we are represented with Aij m by n. So total mn number of elements, all these mn number of elements are represented with this one. So for example, if we are taking this one, A21, I am taking A21 means second row first column. A21 in this second row, this is the second row, first element 4. So A21 equal to 4. So A13 first row, third element, this is the first row, 1, 2, 3 first row, third element 3. So A13 equal to 3. So if I am taking some other 1, 5, 9, 3, 4, 8, 7, 9, 6 like this. So I am taking A32 in this matrix. First order of this matrix, how many rows? First row, second row, third row. First column, second column, third column. So not only 7, 1, 3, 7 entirely first column. 5, 4, 9 entirely second column. Okay, A32 third row, second column. So this is the third row, this is the second column, this is the third row, this is the second column. What is the common? 9. So third row, second element. So next A23, A23 second row. If we are taking second row, third column, this is the third column. So in this common, what is this? 8. So this is the position of the element. Okay, next coming to the one more time, matrix. Matrix is nothing but an ordered rectangular array is called a matrix. An ordered rectangular array is called a matrix. So here we are arranging elements into rows and columns in a systematic order. Then the arrangement is called a matrix. If we are arranging elements into rows and columns in a systematic order, then it is called a matrix. So if we are taking horizontal lines, so the elements which are appearing in horizontal are called rows, vertically are called columns. So I am taking this matrix. So each and every element of this matrix will be represented with Aij. So Aij is the element. So we can write, we can represent Aij with each and every element. Each and every element will be represented with Aij. Aij means the element which is in ith row, jth column. So total number of elements mn. The order of a matrix is m by n. So total elements m into n, mn number of elements. So here the order is equal to 2 by 3. 2 into 3, 6. Total number of elements equal to 6. So square matrix. So before discussing square matrix, what is order? Number of rows by number of columns of a matrix is called a square matrix. So here I am taking example 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If we are taking this example, number of rows 2, number of rows row 1, row 2, number of columns 1, 2, 3. So 2 by 3. So rows equal to 2, columns equal to 3. So rows and columns are not equal. So it is not a square matrix. Square matrix is number of rows and number of columns are equal. For example, I am taking 1, 2, 3, 4. This is first row, second row, row 1, row 2, first column, second column. So 2 rows, 2 columns. So 2, this is also 2. So rows, number of rows and number of columns are equal. So it is square matrix. In a matrix, if number of rows and number of columns are equal, then it is called a square matrix. The order of this matrix is 2 by 2. Order of this matrix is 2 by 2. We said this one as the square matrix of order 2. We can call it as the matrix square matrix of order 2. So I am taking the square matrix of order 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So first row, second row, third row, first column, second column, third column, 3 rows, 3 columns. So this is 3, this is also equal to 3. Number of rows and number of columns are equal. Then it is called a square matrix. In a square matrix, number of rows and number of columns are always equal. So if it is equal, then only we can call it as square matrix. Next, principal diagonal. So principal diagonal is exist only for square matrix. I am taking 1, 2, 3, 4. This is a square matrix. 1, 2, 3, 4 is a square matrix. If we are taking this one, I am taking Aij is an element. If I equal to j, then it is called a principal diagonal. The elements which are in the form of Aij, where I not equal to j, are called a principal diagonal. The elements which are in the form Aij, I not equal to j, are called a non-diagonal elements. Okay, so Aij for this A11, A22. So 1, 1, 2, 2. 1 and 1 equal, 2 and 2 equal. So A11 and A22 are called a principal diagonal. So A11, first row, first element 1, second row, second element 4. 1 and 4 are the principal diagonal elements. The remaining elements are all called non-diagonal elements. So this is the principal diagonal elements. 1 and 4 are the principal diagonal elements. 2 and 3 are the non-diagonal elements. So if we are taking this example, so we are having maximum number of elements are 9. So A11, first row, first element, A22, second row, second element, A33, third row, third element. So first row, first element A11, 1, 5, 9. 1, 5 and 9 are called diagonal elements. So remaining, this is what A first row, second element A12. This is A13. This is A2, second row, first element. This is A2, third element. A31, A32. So in this row A11, in this row, second element A22, third row, third element A33. So these are the diagonal elements. The remaining 6 elements are called non-diagonal elements. So I am taking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In this one, A11 equal to first row, first element 1, second row, second element A22 equal to 5. So these are not the principal diagonal elements. Even though A11, first row, first element, second row, second element 1 and 5, even though these are not principal diagonal elements. Why? Because it is not a square matrix. It is a square matrix, principal diagonal exists. It is not a square matrix, principal diagonal does not exist. Okay, principal diagonal is exist only for square matrices. If it is not a square matrix, principal diagonal does not exist. What is principal diagonal? The element which are in the form of Aij. I equal to j. I equal to j, Aij. So these elements are called principal diagonal. Aij, I not equal to j, then such elements are called non-diagonal elements. I equal to j, diagonal elements. Example A11, A22, A33, A44, like that. So I not equal to j, A1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4, 2, 1, 2, 3. So 2, 4, like that. So these are non-diagonal elements. Next, trace of a matrix. Trace of a matrix. So if we are discussing trace of a matrix, 1, 2, 3, 4, I am taking diagonal matrix. So trace of a matrix exists only for diagonal matrix. Trace of a matrix 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the diagonal matrix. So if it is a diagonal matrix, I want to discuss the diagonal elements. What are the diagonal elements? 1, first row, first element, second row, second element. I want to sum 1 plus 4 equal to 5. So trace equal to 5. Simply sum of all the diagonal elements of a square matrix is called trace of a matrix. So another example, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So in this I want to see diagonal elements. So trace equal to diagonal, first row first element 1, second row second element 5, third row third element 9, 1 plus 5 6, 6 plus 9 15. So the trace of this matrix is equal to 15. So this is about a trace. So diagonal matrix, if we want to discuss the diagonal matrix, if we should take a square matrix. In a square matrix, if all the non-diagonal elements are equal to 0, if all the non-diagonal elements are equal to 0, then it is diagonal matrix. So now I am taking, if all diagonal, non-diagonal elements are equal to 0. If all non-diagonal elements are equal to 0 of a square matrix, then it is called diagonal matrix. So first I am taking 2 by 2 matrix. If we are taking 2 by 2 matrix, 1 diagonal, 2 diagonal. So here I am taking 0, here also I am taking 0. So these are the diagonal elements, these are the non-diagonal elements, these are equal to 0. So it is a diagonal matrix. So 1 and 2 are the diagonal elements, 0 and 0 are the non-diagonal elements. The non-diagonal elements are equal to 0. So this matrix is called a diagonal matrix. So one more time, one more example. So 3 by 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And now here I am taking the positions. So these 3 positions of diagonal matrix, 1, 2, 3. Rest of them are equal to 0. Rest of the positions are non-diagonal elements. So I am taking these elements are equal to 0. Now this is also example for diagonal matrix. So in a diagonal matrix, except the non-diagonal elements should be equal to 0. In a diagonal matrix, non-diagonal elements should be equal to 0. So I am taking one example. Whether it is a diagonal or not, we will decide. 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1. So here, now what are the diagonal elements? 1, 0, 1, 0, 1. So non-diagonals 0, but we are having doubt. This is 0. Whether it is a diagonal matrix or not. So if we are observing the definition, we should take non-diagonal should be 0. Whatever the diagonal elements, whether the diagonal elements are 0 or not, it is not a matter. So the non-diagonal elements should be equal to 0. Then definitely it is diagonal matrix. So this is the example for diagonal matrix. If it is 0, even though it is diagonal matrix. So the best example is 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. So all elements I am taking 0. It is a square matrix. Definitely it is diagonal matrix. This is the best example. So this is example for so many different kind of matrices. So it may be useful. And so if other than this 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1. If we are taking all the non-diagonal elements, if we observe, so these are the diagonal elements. Other than these diagonal elements, if we observe all the non-diagonal elements, all are 0 except one element, this element. All are equal to 0 except this one element, even though except one element is not equal to 0, even though it is not a diagonal element. If it is also equal to 0, then only it is diagonal matrix. So simple thing, diagonal matrix is nothing but all the non-diagonal elements are equal to 0. Whatever the diagonal elements. Next, scalar matrix. Scalar matrix. So if we are taking scalar matrix, same, all the non-diagonal elements are equal to 0 and diagonal elements are equal to each other. So for example 5 0 0 0 5 0 0 0 5. So here what are the non-diagonal elements? 0 0 0 0 0 0. All these are non-diagonal elements. So these are the diagonal. Remaining all are non-diagonal elements. So non-diagonal elements are all are equal to 0. If we observe the diagonal elements of 5 5 5, all are equal to each other. So all these are equal to each other. Remaining non-diagonal elements are equal to 0. So it is scalar matrix. So previously I took this example 1 0 0 0 2 0 0 0 3. If we are taking this example, this is a diagonal matrix. Non-diagonal 0, but the diagonal elements are not equal to each other. So 1 2 3, all these are different. So it is not a scalar matrix, but it is a diagonal matrix. If we are comparing this one, all the non-diagonal elements are equal to 0. Whatever the diagonal elements, whether it is equal or not, definitely it is diagonal matrix. So all these are equal diagonal elements, so it is scalar matrix. So scalar matrix means non-diagonal should be 0 and diagonal elements are equal to each other. Then only it is called scalar matrix. So this is a scalar matrix. Whatever the scalar matrix we are taking, definitely it is a diagonal matrix. So every scalar matrix is also diagonal matrix. Every scalar matrix is a diagonal matrix. Okay, next one more example 2 0 0 2. This is the 2 by 2 scalar matrix. So since non-diagonal is equal to 0, then it is a diagonal matrix. So I am taking example 0 0 0 0. So all are 0. Non-diagonal should be 0. What about the diagonal elements? Diagonal elements are equal to each other. So these are the diagonal elements. These are equal to 0. Then it is called scalar matrix. Even though it is also scalar matrix. So here also this is diagonal. So the diagonal elements are equal. So it is also scalar matrix. Here it is also scalar matrix. But it is not a scalar matrix, it is diagonal matrix. It is not a scalar matrix, it is a diagonal matrix. Next, identity matrix. If we are taking identity matrix, again, now it should be square matrix first of all. Definitely we are taking a square matrix. That square matrix, non-diagonal elements are equal to 0 and all the diagonal elements are equal to 1. So then only it is identity matrix. All the non-diagonal elements are equal to 0 and diagonal elements are equal to 1. So example 1 0 0 1, simply. So this is the 2 by 2 identity matrix. There won't be any other example than this for 2 by 2. So next 3 by 3, 1 0 0 0 1 0 0 0 1. Identity, it is unique. Only one example for 2 by 2 matrix, only for one for 3 by 3. So if we observe, all the non-diagonal elements are equal to 0 and diagonal elements are equal to 1. So it is a identity matrix. We usually denote identity matrix with a capital I. Since it's order 2, so I2, we call this one, we call it as I3. Identity matrix of order 3. Identity matrix of order 2. So if we are observing this one is a diagonal matrix. All the non-diagonal elements are equal to 0, so it is definitely diagonal matrix. All the non-diagonal elements are equal to 0 and diagonal elements are equal to 1, which means equal to each other. So it is definitely scalar matrix. So every identity matrix is a scalar matrix as well as diagonal matrix. Every identity matrix is a scalar matrix as well as diagonal matrix. Okay. Next, null matrix. So null matrix is nothing but it need not be square matrix. Previously we discussed so many matrices, all are square matrices. But here null matrix need not be square matrix. So if each and every element of a matrix is equal to 0, simply 0 0 0 0. So this is a null matrix. We are represented with 0. So of course this is square matrix. I am taking one more example, 0 0 0 0 0 0. So it is not a square matrix. Order of this matrix is 2 rows, 3 columns. So 2 by 3. So it is not a square matrix even though it is a null matrix. So null matrix is nothing but each and every element of a matrix is equal to 0. Then the matrix is called a null matrix. Row matrix and column matrix. So what is row matrix? A matrix which containing exactly one row, then it is called row matrix. A matrix which containing exactly one column, then it is called column matrix. For example, 1 2 3. So here we are having only one row. So this matrix is called a row matrix. So one row, how many columns? One column, two column, three columns, second column, third column. Order is 1 by 3. This is row matrix. Next, I am taking A, B, C. The elements of matrix we can represent it with letters also, small alphabets. So the matrix is denoted with a capital alphabet and letters may be represented with small English alphabets. So A, B, C I am taking. So how many columns? First, how many rows? First row, second row, third row. How many columns? Only one column. So 3 rows and one column. So this matrix containing exactly one column, this matrix is called a column matrix. So this is row matrix, this is column matrix. Next, upper triangular matrix, lower triangular matrix and triangular matrix. Okay, I am taking upper triangular. So I want to take a 3 by 3 example. So with the example I want to discuss about upper triangular. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I want to take diagonal elements 5, 7, 9 for example. So below the diagonal elements, all the below the diagonal elements are equal to 0. Then it is called upper triangular. What are the diagonal elements? What are the remaining elements? So 6, 8, 10. So I am taking like this. So below the diagonal elements are equal to 0, then it is upper triangular. Above the diagonal elements are equal to 0, lower triangular. Again 5, 7, 9, 6, 8, 4. This element 0, this element 0, this element are also 0. So this is lower triangular. So if below the diagonal elements equal to 0, upper triangular. Above the diagonal elements are equal to 0, then it is called lower triangular. So condition. So I am taking A11, A12, A13, A21, A22, A23, A31, A32, A33. From this I want to deduce the condition. First, upper triangular. Upper triangular condition. So Aij equal to 0. Which element should be 0? Upper triangular. So which element should be 0? Below the diagonal element 0. This one, this one, this one. 2, 1, 3, 1, 3, 2. So this is Ij. So if I greater than j, this element is equal to 0. Next, lower triangular. Aij equal to 0. Which element should be 0? Above the diagonal. A11, A22, A33 are the diagonal. Above the diagonal, A12, A13, A23. So here, this is I, J. J is the bigger value. I less than J. So this is the condition. So if Aij m by n is a square matrix and Aij equal to 0, for all Aij equal to 0, I greater than J, then it is upper triangular. A less than J, Aij equal to 0, then it is lower triangular. So a matrix is either upper triangular or lower triangular, then it is called a triangular matrix. So what kind of matrix it is? Upper triangular. What kind of matrix it is? Lower triangular. It is upper triangular, it is lower triangular, but both are triangular matrices. If it is upper triangular, triangular. If it is lower triangular, again it is triangular. So a matrix is either upper triangular or lower triangular. So one more condition I am taking: 1 0 0 0 2 0 0 0 3. So here this is what below the diagonal elements are equal to 0. So this is upper triangle. What are the upper elements? Below the elements are 0. Below the diagonal elements are equal to 0. This is upper triangular. Above the diagonal elements are equal to 0. Lower triangular. It is both upper triangular and lower triangular. So either it is upper or lower, then it is a triangular matrix. So it is also triangular matrix. One more thing, already note that this is a diagonal matrix. Non-diagonal elements are equal to 0. So then it is diagonal matrix. So every diagonal matrix is a triangular matrix. Every scalar matrix is a triangular matrix. And every identity matrix is also triangular matrix. Equality of matrices. Equality of matrices. So I want to compare two matrices A 1 2 3 4 5 6, B 1 2 3 4 5 6, and C 1 2 3 4 5 6. If we are comparing in all the three matrices, total number of elements 6 and all the elements are 1 to 6. But these three matrices are not equal matrices. A not equal to B, B not equal to C, C not equal to A. So if two matrices are said to be equal, when it is equal, first one, the order should be same. The order should be same is the first condition. Second condition, corresponding elements are equal. What are corresponding elements? First, we will think about order. So, 2 rows, 1 row, 2 row. 2 rows, first column, second column, third column, 2 by 3. So, 1 row, 2, second row, third row, 3, first column, second column, 3 by 2. So, first row, second row, third row, 3, first column, second column, 3 by 2. Next, so two matrices are comparable first. Whether I am not telling about equality, just comparable. So two matrices are comparable when those orders should be same. So the order of this matrix is 2 by 3, this is 3 by 2, this is 3 by 2. So A is not at all comparable B and C at all. First, A is not at all comparable B with C. So this will be removed now. B and C. If we are comparing B and C, corresponding elements. Corresponding element means in this A11, in this A11. So first element first row, first element 1. In this first row, first element 1. In this first row, second element 2. In this 4. So it is not a. These two are not a equal matrices. So two matrices are said to be equal. Then first condition is order should be same. Second condition, corresponding elements are equal. If the corresponding elements are equal, then only two matrices are equal. For example, one more, A 1 2 3 4 5 6. So B 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. So if these corresponding elements are equal, but here it doesn't containing this third row. So this 2 by 3, 2 rows, 3 columns, 3 by 3. So order is different. So these two are not a equal matrices. Equal matrices means order should be same as well as corresponding elements also same. Then only two matrices are equal. Next, scalar product of a matrix. Scalar product of a matrix. So I am taking a matrix A 1, 2, 3, 4. Simply I am taking A 1, 2, 3, 4. I am taking a number. Scalar multiplication is nothing but we are multiplying a matrix with a number. I am multiplying with a 3A. So how we are performing 3 of 1, 2, 3, 4. So this number we should multiply this number with each and every element and we must write in the corresponding position. We should multiply with the 3 each and every element, whatever the result we got we should write in the corresponding position. So which is equal to 3 into 1 3. 3 we must write in the position of 1. Here it is the position of 1. Here first row first element, the product we got we should write there only 3. 3 into 2 6. We must write 6 in the place of 2 6. Next 3 into 3 9. 3 into 4 12 like this. So this is the scalar multiplication of matrix. So scalar multiplication is nothing but we are multiplying a number with the matrix is called scalar multiplication. So whatever the results obtained by multiplying we should write in the corresponding position. So one more example I am taking. A equal to 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 4A. 4A equal to we should multiply each and every element with this of this matrix and we should keep in the corresponding position. 4 into 1 4. 4 into 2 8. 4 into 3 12. 4 into 4 16. 4 into 5 20. 4 into 6 24. 4 into 7 28. 4 into 8 32. 4 into 9 36. So this is a 4A scalar multiplication. Next, addition of matrices. Addition of matrices. The addition of two or more matrices is possible when the orders of those 2 or 3 matrices are same. If the orders are different, it is not possible to add any 2 matrices. So first, I am taking A equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. B equal to 1, 5, 7, 9. So what is the order of A? 2 rows, 3 columns. What is the order of B? 2 rows, 2 columns. Order of A 2 by 3, order of B 2 by 2. So orders are different, addition is not possible. So I am changing 4, 6. So order of A 2 by 3, order of B again 2 by 3. So A plus B equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 plus 1, 5, 4, 7, 9, 6. So we should add the corresponding elements. Corresponding elements. What are the corresponding elements? 1, same place 1. 1 plus 1, 2. 2, corresponding position of 2, same element in the position 5. 2 plus 5, 7. 3, corresponding position in this 4. 3 plus 4, 7. Next 4, corresponding position in this 7. 4 plus 7, 11. 5, corresponding position 9. So 5 plus 9, 14. 6 plus 6, 12. So this is the addition of 2 matrices. Now I want to see what is the order of A? 2 by 3. Order of B? 2 by 3. What is the resulting matrix order? A plus B is 2 rows, 3 columns. So this is of order 2 by 3. So the order of 2 matrices is possible if first one, the orders of those 2 matrices are equal. The addition of 2 matrices is possible. The orders of those 2 matrices are equal. We should add the corresponding elements. Whatever the results obtained, we should replace with the corresponding positions. So this is addition of 2 matrices. Okay. Next, difference of 2 matrices. A minus B. So difference is also some kind of addition. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 minus 1, 5, 4, 7, 9, 6. So already we done scalar multiplication. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So plus I am writing. Scalar multiplication is nothing but multiplying with a minus. Minus 1 with all the elements. Minus 1 into 1. Minus 1. Minus 1 into 5. Minus 5. Minus 1 into 4. Minus 4. Minus 7. Minus 9. Minus 6. Now we are adding. So difference is same kind of addition. So if we are adding 1 minus 1, 0. 2 minus 5 minus 3. 3 minus 4 minus 1. 4 minus 7 minus 3. 5 minus 9 minus 4. 6 minus 6, 0. So this is the difference of two matrices. So addition and difference. So both are similar kind. Difference, subtraction is one kind of addition. So A minus B is nothing but A plus of minus B. So B is one matrix. Minus B is the scalar multiple of B with minus 1. Properties of addition. So let us consider two matrices A and B. A and B are two matrices. Then sum of two matrices is also, again the result is also matrix. So A 1, 2, 3, 4. B 5, 6, 7, 8. If we are taking A plus B, 1 plus 5, 6, 2 plus 6, 8, 3 plus 7, 10, 4 plus 8, 12. So we should add the corresponding elements. If we are adding the corresponding elements, the matrix of order 2 by 2, A is a matrix of order 2 by 2, B is also matrix of order 2 by 2, A plus B again order 2 by 2. So the resulting matrix is also, the result of two matrices is again a matrix. So it is satisfying closure property. So the result of two matrices is again the matrix, then it is called closure property. So closure property is satisfied. Next, associative property. So associative property is nothing but A plus of B plus C equal to A plus B of plus C. I am taking one more matrix C. So C 7, 8, 9, 10. So A plus B plus C. So already we done A plus B. I want to find A plus B plus C. A plus B plus C equal to A plus B 6, 8, 10, 12 plus 7, 8, 9, 10. If we are adding 6 plus 7, 13, 8 plus 8, 16, 10 plus 9, 19, 12 plus 10, 22. Now, so this is, we got this one, the right side. Left side, B plus C. B plus C equal to, adding these two, 5 plus 7, 12, 6 plus 8, 14, 7 plus 9, 16, 8 plus 10, 18. So this is B plus C. Now A plus of B plus C equal to A 1, 2, 3, 4 plus 12, 14, 16, 18. I want to add these two. Corresponding elements we are adding. 1 plus 12, 13, 2 plus 14, 16, 3 plus 16, 19, 4 plus 18, 22. So if we are observing these two matrices are equal matrices. So 13, 13, 16, 16, 19, 19, 22, 22. So A plus of B plus C equal to A plus B plus C. So this is associative property. With respect to addition, associative property is satisfied. Next, commutative property. So we already done A plus B. Now I want to find B plus A. So if we are finding B plus A, what is B? 5, 6, 7, 8 plus 1, 2, 3, 4. If we are adding 5 plus 1, 6, 6 plus 2, 8, 7 plus 3, 10, 8 plus 4, 12. So A plus B equal to 6, 8, 10, 12, 6, 8, 10, 12, B plus A. So A plus B equal to B plus A equal to B plus A. So commutative property is satisfied with respect to addition. Next, identity. So we have 0 is the matrix. It is called a null matrix or zero matrix. It is identity. So I am taking a 1, 2, 3, 4. Null matrix 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. If we are adding a plus 0 equal to 1 plus 0, 1, 2 plus 0, 2, 3 plus 0, 3, 4 plus 0, 4. This is equal to 0 plus c. So null matrix is the identity matrix. If we are adding any matrix with null matrix, we will get the same matrix. So identity property is also satisfied. Next, if A is the matrix, I want to take minus A. So multiply with the scalar multiplication. Minus 1 into 1, minus 1, minus into 2, minus 2, minus into 3, minus 3, minus into 4, minus 4. So minus A is the additive inverse. If we are adding A plus of minus A or minus A plus of A equal to 0, null matrix. So inverse is exist. Additive inverse is exist for every matrix. So the properties with respect to addition are satisfied are closure property satisfied, associative property, identity property, inverse property and commutative property. These 5 properties are satisfied with respect to addition. And here one more thing we observe, in numbers 0 is the additive identity. In numbers, if we are adding any number with a 0, we will get the same number. Like that, in the matrix, null matrix or 0 matrix acts as 0 in the numbers. So null matrix is the identity with respect to addition of the matrices. So these are the properties about addition of matrices.